All right, keep it going for Cinderella. Yeah, thank you for bringing me out here. You know, I had a guy, Aladdin told me he's gonna show me the world, right? Cinderella's the one that brought me to Hollywood, okay? She's the one showing me. You know, with all the money I spend and like borrow from my dad and Al on these dresses, they never have pockets. What's up with that? I'm a princess, you know? I have things I need to put places. I guess that's why my dad like hired a few people to just carry my stuff for me. So it's been nice. Al did want me to bring the magic lamp, okay? We all know Genie, he's free, so he's doing whatever he wants. But this always brings us good luck, so I'm thankful for that. I couldn't bring Raja because security is really tight at the airports, okay? Yeah. My dad usually lets, you know, fly private, but Al said he'll take care of it, so I flew carpet. Yeah, I put the carpet in the back. If he's in your way, just ask him to move and he'll move for you, okay? But you know what people don't know is I actually came to America before you all saw me in the movie, okay? I came here when I was like 4 years old. My dad wanted me to like see the world too, okay? But to study in America. And I was 4 years old when I first came here. And I went to a Christian preschool, okay? If you know one thing about where I'm from, which is the Middle East or Southeast Asia, it's that Christianity is not big over there, right? No. So every time before we ate, we had to say this prayer. And the prayer was, God is good, God is great, let us thank him for our food. I remember thinking, who's God, right? Like, is he the chef? Did he make me my food? Like, who is he? So on Fridays, we'd get pizza from Domino's. So I'd say, Domino's is great, Domino's is good, let us thank him for our food. In the house my dad had me stay at, we had the neighbors, they were Italian and Greek, okay? He thought if I was near Mediterranean people, I'd feel at home. But I thought it's so interesting the names they have versus what we have, right? Like the grandfather's name was Arthur. I love that name. You could remix it to Arturo, you know? You got an Italian guy, hey Arthur. My grandpa's name was Javad, all right? That sounds like an iced coffee, right? Like, can I get an iced Javad with oat milk, please? And that sounds way too close to Jafar, okay? And so, but every time I hear that name, all I think is from the Celine Dion song, Near Jafar, wherever you are. I believe. No, I'll leave the singing to the other princesses. I didn't do much at all, huh, in that one. But I do want to say, like, Middle Easterners, they love their sons, right? They love their boys. And my mom, you didn't see her because that would have been too many women on a movie. But she always writes us a birthday card, and it's so sweet. Oh, I hope she finds this. It's so sweet. So like she writes us a birthday card, and this year she wrote for my brother something in Farsi, okay? And I was like, oh, what does that say? And she says it's a poem she wrote the day he was born, okay? And it says like, to my son, to my firstborn child, I love you so much. The bond between a mother and her son will last forever. Nothing will break this bond. Like, that's beautiful. I'm like, well, do I get a poem? I know I was a second child, but do I get a poem? It says, yeah. I'm like, okay, well, what's my poem, Mom? It says, your poem is, your life as a woman will be complicated. So he gets a love letter and I get terms and conditions. What the heck? But you know what I've learned? I'm trying to be independent. You know, I went to the marketplace by myself. That was scary, but I did meet Aladdin, very cute boy. And I also got my hair cut. Notice that, yes. I did that without his permission, okay? I did it on my own. But I started doing other things by myself. When I'm here, Cinderella brought me out here, but I visited Universal Studios. And that was fun. And I was waiting in line, and the ride attendant, they asked me, like, oh, how many people? I said, oh, just one. And the person in front of me turns around and goes, you're here by yourself? I'm like, yeah. She's like, that's so brave of you. Like, this is a Minions ride. Like, what's so brave about that? She told me she's from Utah, and I'm like, okay, so the bravest thing you've ever done was drink a cup of coffee. Have a Diet Coke, splurge out. But I was like, let me tell you about brave, right? Brave is leaving your family, right? Going out, hanging out with the street rat, all right? And then changing the law of your country so you could marry said street rat. That's what's brave. Not a Minion ride. But then I also went to a Lady Gaga concert. Any Lady Gaga fans here? Yeah, pause up, LA. Pause up. She said that a lot. Pause up, pause up. And so I drove there. I drove to the concert, and beforehand I went to go eat at In-N-Out, which is delicious, by the way. We don't have anything like that where I'm from in the Middle West, East, North. And I ate there. It was great. You guys have unlimited ketchup if you sit inside. That was wonderful. And then I went to go park, but my parking was a mile away from the Kia Forum. That's where it was at, the Kia Forum. But I was wearing all red. I had a whole red dress. This was Inglewood, so I really couldn't be running, my way there. Because I parked at 8:15. Show started at 8:45. I had to walk pretty fast. And I was walking, but I have plantar fasciitis in my right foot, so I turned into like a hobble real quick. I'm hobbling my way over there. And then, those Pepto commercials where it's like, where will you be when diarrhea hits? I was at a Lady Gaga concert. Yeah. But I was like, oh, I'm going to go outside, right? I'm going to breathe through this, right? Poker face, get through it. And I said, no, okay, I have to go to the bathroom. I was like, you know what? The line to the men's restroom is always shorter, right? I go, no, this is a Lady Gaga concert, okay? The line to the men's restroom is also long, okay? Because the gays, they wash their hands. So I go, I'm like, all right, women's restroom it is. And if you don't know, it's a whole bunch of flight of steps to get down there. I'm fighting for my life. And I get to the person in front, and I go, oh, can I go ahead of you? She's like, sure, looks like you need it more than I do. I'm like, what does that mean? You can see the sweat on my lip? Like, what's going on? But you know what? I was in my seat at 8:43. And it was such a fun show. I loved it. Mission Impossible 2 completed. But one thing I love, Cinderella allowed us, all the princesses, to get together, and I love talking with all of them. And I was thinking about our movies, and Cinderella has Cinderella, Mulan is Mulan. We have Beauty and the Beast. Tiana's the Princess and the Frog. Mine's Aladdin? You name mine after the boy? I don't even get an adjective like frozen or tangled? He wasn't even a prince, okay? We all know that. He only became one after marrying me. Anyways, life as a princess has been great. Most people can recognize me because I try to stay in the same outfit, but we all know it's like a new outfit every day, right? I've never used a washing machine. I don't know how that works. But yeah, you guys have been a great, great crowd. Thank you guys so much. My name is Kimia. I also am Jasmine.